Games Workshop has given us more details on the new terrain for Legions Imperialis, and we're going to cover that article in this video. My name is Alex Hune, and you're watching One Up Painting. This is epic news where we cover all of the news for Legions Imperialis. So let's get into this article. The new Legions Imperialis terrain is the perfect backdrop for an epic throwdown. There are many things to love about the upcoming Legions Imperialis game. The scale, the vastness of the battles, and the impressive tininess of the models are all high points. But what is all this grand conflict without a suitable backdrop? You're going to need some terrain that looks just right alongside your epic scale Space Marines and Solar Auxilia. Then they have this video here. Play. I don't think you'll be able to hear the audio from it, maybe. Um, that's all right. It's really just for the visuals. So here we get some nice scale of the terrain. So we can see here that it looks like this floor of the ruins here is about the same height or like just above the height of this dreadnought, which is nice because then you can put the guys under there. Um, oh, we have the new rhinos here. We've never seen those, so those look really nice. And they do look in scale with the Space Marines. Yeah, this is pretty cool. It looks like these are the 3D printed like first draft prototypes. All right, so it looks like we're gonna have five different terrain sets and then a set for the boards here. Um, it doesn't say the dimensions of these boards, but I would assume these boards are probably 1 by 1, like 1 foot by 1 foot, because I don't think you're gonna be playing this on a humongous like board. Again, we get to see some more shots of these rhinos, and it's nice to see these as blood angels. Because we've never seen them in other color schemes yet. So I guess we saw them in Raven Guard. Um, but yeah, some Blood Angels and some Night Lords here. All right. Legions Imperialis can be played wherever you have space for the game, but the incredible detail packed into these diminutive detachments really deserve an equally impressive battlefield. Happily, there's plenty of epic scale terrain to come, some of it returning from the Adeptus Titanicus range, and some of it completely new. Here's a really nice shot of some Imperial Knights facing off against a Bane Blade, and we'll get off or we'll talk about the Bane Blade in another video because they did show an article about it. Um, hold on, let's go back to this where the box is here. Oh, it's just there. Here it is. Okay, so these boxes, it looks like this one, and this one are all from the um, Adeptus Titanicus game. So like these are just repackaged basically. It looks like this one is a brand new one, and I think this one is a new one, like the Sector Mechanicus type stuff. Also, it looks like the way that they set up the board, it's very much like just put the terrain in the ruins areas where like the buildings would be, which I think is cool. I think it's a bit odd how big the streets are, but I guess it would make sense where like a real road would be that wide anyway. I don't know, it looks cool still. Um, hopefully, we do get to see more types of terrain, not just cities, because I'd like to fight on like a jungle world or like earlier in another article they said like a lava planet or something like that. All right, let's start with the new. The Civatis Imperial City road tiles are fully sculpted, finely detailed plastic tiles that will transform a bare table into an immersive urban environment. These 12 by 12 squares fit together neatly to build Legions Imperialis battlefields for any game size. So there you go, it confirms it's 1 foot by 1 foot. So that means that you're actually playing this on a 3 by 2 board, which I think is awesome because like Legions Imperialis is like a smaller scale game, so it should take up like less space in theory. So I think that that's cool. Each pack contains two straight roads, two T junctions, and two crossroads, giving you plenty of different ways to arrange diverse road layouts. Combined with other urban terrain, you can set up whole cities packed with deadly intersections, exposed highways, and very little literal dead end turns. Yeah, this is cool. I can't wait to get my hands on these tiles because it's going to be fun painting up like a city board. I've never done that before. As flat tiles, they ensure that your larger miniatures will retain a stable footing, but besides these practical concerns, a sculpted base cityscape provides just the right backdrop for the earth shaking footfalls of your god engines and scurrying march of your mustard foot soldiers. Naturally, you'll need some buildings to populate these boards, starting with the new plastic Civatus Imperial ruins. These impressively modular pieces can be combined in loads of different ways, allowing you to adorn your city with piles of the scattered rubble, the broken husks of entire wrecked buildings, or lonely crumbling walls now used as barricades. What's more, they make for some great basing details for your Titans. That is a very good point. I probably will be using some of like this little scatter terrain stuff as some basing eventually. Because I'm not exactly sure if like this would count as like cover or something like that. But yeah, I do think that these are really nice. And it looks like it's like here is obviously where like one piece ends. So they do look incredibly modular. So in theory, you could build like a huge building that was just like cut in half, which is really cool. And I probably will do something like that eventually. Of course, to get ruins, you first need buildings. The ultra modular Civatis Imperialis terrain is perfect for the job of creating a battlefield that has yet to be smashed by Titan scale munitions. These beautiful Gothic Democles, released from Adeptus Titanicus, can be assembled however you wish, with thousands of different configurations, building anything from modest urban sprawl to cloud breaking towers. These come in two kits, structures and spires, so you can tailor the architecture to your exact tastes. Oh, yeah, this is cool. I really like this because you don't really get to see any of this in the big 40K where it's like the humongous buildings of like a hive city. So I think that this is going to be really nice to actually have in the game. Yeah, especially like this one, man. Look at how big that tower is. That thing's going to be like the size of a like like a like a titan, you know. That's going to be cool. The modular nature of this terrain means your building can be oh, I'm sorry. The modular nature of this terrain means your buildings can only get more impressive with each set you and your opponent bring to the battlefield, growing from sturdy hab blocks to regal spires and buttresses. When battles rage around more industrial locales, a box or two of the released Manufactorum Imperialis terrain will add a wide assortment of pieces of pipes, storage tanks, machinery, and all sorts of hazardous extras to your table. The legendary Munitorum armored container even makes an appearance, and loses none of its pizzazz in the miniaturization process. Sorry, that's a weird word that I got caught up on. I think these are really really nice too, especially the crates. I do like those crates a lot. Yeah, so it'll be cool to have like one little one like little hat block as like an industrial sort of thing, maybe like on the edges of the board or something like that. Excuse me. The industrial terrain pieces within are just as modular as their civilian counterparts, allowing you to stack, divide, arrange, and combine structures in so many different ways you'd need a tech priest to keep track. Between these kits, you'll be making a whole cityscape over which to battle for the very fate of the galaxy itself. If you're raring to get started on the Megalopolis mega project, look out for the return of Civatus Imperialis Administratum Sector, a big box that bundles four sets of Civatus Imperialis structures and one set of spires, so you can assemble the board of your dreams, provided your dreams involve enormous armies storming through ruined city streets, of course. We'll have more information on when all of this wonderful stuff will release near the time. But keep checking back here for more dispatches from Legions Imperialis. It's not far away, it's just very small. Sweet. So the big takeaway here, well, one is how they're going to be bundling these things. So, you're going to get your these like 6 different boxes here. Um, and it looks like each one is going to come with quite a bit of terrain, which is really nice. Another big takeaway is the size of the game boards that we're going to be using. So it's going to be a 3 by 2 foot space, um, which is nice. And then it comprises of 1 foot tiles if you choose to do this format. Um, what else? Oh yeah, so then this part right here, the Civatus Imperialis Administratum Sector. So that's going to be a box, like a terrain box that comes out in the future. I mean, realistically, it's probably going to be like $200. I hope it's not $200, because that's just a lot of money for some terrain. Um, but yeah, so they will have a box containing a bunch of these items, so then you can kind of get going right from the start with your terrain. But that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this and more news coverage of Legions Imperialis, make sure to subscribe, and I'll keep the content coming. Thank you so much for watching, and happy wargaming.